Good evening, everyone, and welcome to digiMAX Sports. This is Scott Kirker along with Randy Bagol. Randy, Metamora comes into this game against the Limestone Rockets. They sit at 4-2. They're 2-2 in the Mid-Atlantic Conference. This is a big game for Metamora. They need to keep this momentum going because they've got a big match, or a big game, I should say, in 2 weeks against Dunlap.
Yeah, you look at coming into this 4-2. We're poised to make the playoffs. Not to look ahead too much, but you're right. We should be going to that last game 6-2, so hopefully we get a quick start here. I think some of the keys to the game, offensively, we've been doing a great job throwing the ball. We're doing a great job running the ball. Keep those things going. We've got to stay away from penalties.
Got to stay away from penalties. Got to stay away from costly turnovers. And, Metamora comes into tonight relatively healthy. They still got 3 guys out. The same 3 guys as last week. Avery Grebner should be back in a couple of weeks, probably, hopefully. The other 2 we're just not sure of. That's Gavin O'Loughlin and Mark Frederick. But Metamora, I was very impressed last week. We talked about getting off to a big start. We got off to a big start. We talked about playing good defense, and we played great defense last week.
Absolutely, and for Limestone, from what I understand, they do a lot of misdirection things. So tonight, we've got to work on contain, just staying outside, not getting sucked in, and just staying away from big plays. I think that's where they could possibly hurt us.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the one thing that we've got to keep, moving forward with is Nick Rhodes is he's progressed very nicely so far this season. We had the 2 games against Washington and Morton where, we didn't play real well, but he has played just about as well as you'd expect a player to play this whole season. And he just keeps seeming to get better and better every week.
Boy, he throws the ball so well. He hits the windows. Tonight it's a little bit windy out here. I don't know if it's going to calm down, but, that could affect the long ball just a little bit. But, having Shafter and Bidney out there to go up and high point the ball and make plays, so I think we're in great shape. I think Nick Rhodes has done an awesome job getting the ball out.
Why don't we take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to the Redbird offensive coordinator, Nick Dolinski.
Central Illinois, you asked for it and we listened. Germantown Grill is growing, adding more dining space and a private gaming area featuring games powered by Gold Rush, the gold standard in video gaming. The game's on at Germantown Grill, off Route 116.
Anna.
Welcome back to Malone Field. We're here with Metamora offensive coordinator Nick Dolinski. Coach, here we are, week 7 already. This season's just flying by. Your team's starting to play really well right now.
We've gotten to a part of the schedule where we have an opportunity to get healthy, do some good things offensively, sure up what we want to do to be good at, and allowing our defense to grow and find the right teams that allow our kids to play at their best. And sometimes it takes a little longer than you'd like, but I think we finally started to get into a groove a little bit offensively and defensively.
I thought offensively last week you said you needed to get off to a good start, a quick start. And
that's about as fast as you can get it. That's right. I don't know if we dialed it up to score necessarily in the first play, but, every play we put on the board, we think we can account for all 11. So, we try to find a way, and Connor caught the slant, and we did a really good job of Eden clearing out the zone. And then when they rotate the way they did, we knew it had a chance if he can get all the way to the backside, and he did. And then is he going to be fast enough to get there? And that was a great moment for Connor. He's overcome a lot to get back this year, with the shoulder injury and everything. So that was a big play for him.
Coach, each week it seems like things are happening. We're progressing a little bit. What do you hope to see out of this week? What's the progression look like?
Well, we want to continue to still get better at what we're doing, and that's taking care of the ball, RPO-wise, but making sure that we take advantage of their aggressiveness or where their weaknesses are. So we're making sure that when other teams are getting ready for us, that we're attacking all levels of the field. And I thought we've done a pretty good job of that, even against Morton and Washington was a challenge because they're really, really good. But even Morton, when we got that couple of drives, we were attacking all the zones. We just couldn't sustain enough against them. But the last couple of weeks, we're inside, we're outside. I think our running backs have performed very well. I was really proud of Jaden and Jimmy or Evan last week. I really liked the touchdown that Jadon had going into the north end zone down there. It was counter, and we've been talking about just being patient and letting that play open. And then, when you talk about a walk-in touchdown, that's what it was because he just let everything split on him. So those are the things, the progressions you talk about. Like, Jadon's been really, really good his whole life because he's fast. And and a lot of times when you're fast, you just outrun everybody to the edge, and you go, and you can't do that at the high school level all the time. So those are the learning things that we keep learning. He wants to get better. I think Evan's getting better. We'll probably see a little bit. Cam Nickel get a few carries tonight as well to just keep everybody. And then, we got to see where Mark's at. We got news back, so we're just kind of sitting and waiting to see, what the next step is for him. And we should know more about Gavin next week. And Avery's got another appointment coming up to get looked at. So hopefully we get back healthy by week 9, and we got everybody going. And then, we'll see where we're at.
Coach, I thought, this whole season, you kind of wondered how your offensive line was going to round out. I thought particularly the last 3 weeks, really, your offensive line has really started to kind of take control. They've gotten more physical, and last week you had 2 guys that rushed for over 150 yards.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that we've talked about them is we've got to continue to sustain and move people. We're pretty good at technically of knowing where we're supposed to be right now, and we got to move to the next level, which is being in the right spot and then doing damage when you get there. Go move the guy, go pancake him. On that combo, let's make sure we get the movement that we're looking for, so now we can get to the second level. So there's a difference between knowing where you're supposed to get and then finally actually moving people to get there, and that's what we've been able to do the last couple of weeks. Hopefully that allows us to continue to gain the momentum and the confidence and understanding of what it is we want to get done. And it's like you guys said, we're winding down. It's week 7. We got 3 games left. We got tonight and next week and week 9 at home, and then hopefully we get a good draw of the playoffs. We see some good things happen. So it just comes down to make sure we're playing our best ball at the end of the year. That's our goal. It's a goal every year, and I think we're starting to get to that point where we're really starting to hit a stride. We don't want to peak tonight, that's for sure, but we want to make sure that we can keep moving.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. We're ready for the honorary captains and the coin flip. But, Coach, good luck. We'll bring home a W.
We'll do our best. Thanks, guys.
Come back to Malone Field. I'm here with Metamora former head coach John Helmick and assistant coach John Vogelsang. Guys, man, pretty nice to have you guys back again on Malone Field. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, thank you. This feels a little different than
Yeah,
we love it.
You guys are both on the coaching staff back in '75 when Metamora first won a state title. Also on the field when you guys got second, '76. I think you were gone in '77.
Right.
You went to Watsika, but now you're back. Biggest memories you remember from Metamora football?
Wow. You know, I go back, there's probably 3 games I remember most of all. East St. Louis, of course, the state championship game, and Moments.
I agree.
Moments, you guys are down 21-0 at halftime, came back and won 22-21, one of the coldest, wettest Wednesday nights ever.
Yeah.
What about you? What was your...
I would say the same thing. I mean, when you look at what we did against East St. Louis Lincoln, how talented they were, and to hold them to 13 points, unreal. That was mad.
12.
13. Or 12. 13, 12.
Don't give that extra.
Yeah. I remember all 3 of those games, too, because I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And I remember all 3 of them. The other thing that I remember, though, too, about you guys is that it seemed like no matter who you guys played, Metamora always came out there. They're almost like what Rochester is now.
Right.
Right. You guys come out every week, and there'd be these huge crowds, and we still get big crowds. But the other thing, too, is the kids always played so hard.
Yeah. I remember that first playoff game when Larry Summers went 65, the roar behind it.
Oh,
yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But I think back in that day, we were talking about this over there. A big part of our success was Chuck Leonard, Jim Wills and Whittington helping, but Chuck Leonard was instrumental.
We'll let you guys go here. We're ready for the national anthem. But thanks so much, and
all right.
keep it again.
Bet.
Take the time now for the national anthem.
Contact Greg Harmon for a home and auto quote today.
Central Illinois, you asked for it and we listened. Germantown Grill is growing to meet customer demand, adding more dining space and a private gaming area featuring games powered by Gold Rush, the gold standard in video gaming. And Germantown Grill still has all the food and spirits that keep our customers coming back. Stop by to check out our daily specials. The game's on at Germantown Grill, where Central Illinois loves to eat. Open 7 days a week, just off Route 116.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
We keep coming back because it has changed how we feel tremendously, but also because we know that Dr. Kaufman and his staff genuinely care about the people that walk through his door. And he's passionate about what he does, and that comes across in everything.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin.
Welcome back to Malone Field. Randy, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff. Kind of a sparse crowd tonight, but it's awfully cold, and the threat of rain probably kept a few people at home.
Yeah, really our first real football weather of the year here. And, yeah, the wind's blowing at Malone, and it's a little chilly out there. Had to go get my sweatshirt on, Scotty.
Yeah,
so, be interesting to see if that affects the air attack today. You know?
Yeah. You know, it didn't slow down our freshmen from throwing the football. Nice win, by the way, for the freshmen, 36-18. That's a nice win for them. I believe that pushed the record to 4-3, and I think they're 3-2 in the conference.
Nice. You know, when you look back to these games, you know, as a player, I love this weather.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
Now, as a fan, you're right. We got to start thickening the blood up a little bit here, week by week, right? We got to get tough. We got to be ready to make a playoff run here. So we're gonna have to deal with some weather, hopefully. Right?
And you got to play through some adversity. And you know, I sometimes you think that maybe some of the adversity is you almost have to do it self-induced almost. I'm you know, Limestone's not a strong team this year. So you're going to have to kind of create some of those things, those hardships yourself.
Yeah, hopefully Coach is, putting some things in the playbook, absolutely challenging his players to do a little something different this week. You know, again, make those progressions, maybe build the playbook so that, again, week 9, we're ready to do some different things that maybe we haven't done in the game before.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it'll be important tonight, too, for Metamora to kind of, we talked about it last week, but we're going to have to do it again this week. Get off to a quick start.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, the self-inflicted things, I mean, I don't care who you're playing, you can't have penalties, right?
No.
So we want to go out here, play clean, play smart, and, let's make friends with the officials early and, not have too much adversity.
Yeah, as Metamora gets, they're going under the bleachers now. They're getting ready to come onto the field. But, the thing that I like about Metamora right now is they're playing very unselfish football. They're defensively, they're just flying around hitting people. And offensively, that offensive line, and we made them the players of the game last week, was the offensive line. I just think that they're doing an awfully good job of really starting to kind of come together as a unit.
Yeah, the way they handled Pekin's defensive line, I didn't have, height and weight for the Pekin roster, but
and you don't tonight for Limestone.
Yeah, we don't. We just got positions and numbers and great here, but there was some big boys out there for Pekin last week, and we moved them around. We made some holes, and our running backs ran with confidence. There's no question about it that we accelerated, into the hole, and that just takes confidence in your offensive line. So I definitely would agree the backfield has gotten confidence with their offensive line.
We're just a little bit away. Metamora coming onto the field. Well, Randy, I didn't see who won the coin flip. Are we receiving? Were we receiving?
Yep.
You know, so we will be receiving.
Yep.
I'm anxious to see if Jadon Cranford is back. He suffered a little bit of an ankle injury this week in practice, but he's out there. He's dressed. It looks like he was running fine, but he's going to be playing offense and defense. So you wonder if maybe they'll just have him play just defense maybe tonight.
Yeah, you know, no reason to push him too hard. You know, see how he's doing, and you know, again, if we do what we're capable of here, you know, we should be able to you know, get a lot of folks into the game.
Do you think that maybe we'll see a little more Cam Nichols tonight, maybe?
You know, Coach alluded to that in the pregame interview, so I do think, you know, Cam's going to be ready to go, you know, and you know, he only got a couple of carries last week, but boy, he ran hard, you know, so yeah, to have him ready to go, have him more comfortable, you know, taking the ball, I think that would be a good thing for us, just to have more options, and, you know, with the injuries, it just never hurts to be too deep in the backfield. We're getting ready for kickoff here. Who is that deep for Metamora down there?
I can't tell who is that deep for Metamora. Braden Bittner. Is the lone deep player for Metamora. As Limestone gets ready to kick off.
That's like Jaden Lambert.
Jaden Lambert, yes.
The return gets out to the 40-yard line.
Pretty solid field position for Metamora.
I'll take it on the 40-yard line all day, Scotty.
Yeah, twice on Sunday.
Absolutely.
As Redbird offense comes onto the field, it'll be Evan Kyle back as the lone running back behind Nick Rhodes.
Quick slant to Shafrin.
Oh, my.
Down close to the 45-yard line. I'm sorry, the 35-yard line of Limestone.
That's not quite as fast as we started last week, but it's still pretty good. Down to the 36.
It's a great call to start it out. You know, try to open the field up a little bit, try to get some lanes. Rhodes back to pass. He goes long. Overthrown. Looks like, was that for Cote out there?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Or no, that's Bidney. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
That's
Boy, we're coming out opening it up, aren't we?
Yeah, you know, going up in the air. I guess that wind is not a factor like we discussed earlier, so that's a good thing for the Redbirds with all the weapons we've got.
Well, we're kind of going with the wind right now.
Like Kyle on the right side.
Yep.
He's got some open room.
Boy, he's just
heading towards the end zone, and he's in.
Wow. That was just straight give, and he just kept going outside, and then there was nobody there.
Kyle showed some speed there. You know, I think they had an angle on him, but they couldn't catch him. So nice to see him get in the end zone.
It's that Kurt Ryan speed.
Petrie's looks like he's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We're going over that right side again.
Yeah, that's
got. I think we've got Lane and Ty Dykes over there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good side to run behind.
Yeah, strong fellas over there.
So what? 44 seconds into the game, we get a touchdown.
Yep, 11-16 into the first quarter. Metamora 8, Limestone 0.
Metamora scoring drive, 3 plays, covered 60 yards. 44 seconds on the clock. We're at 8-0.
Jacob McBride and Chase Harper back deep for the Limestone Rockets as Sopko in to kick for the Redbirds. But Tommy's listed at 5'7", 130. I think he's put on about 30 pounds since the beginning of last year, hasn't he?
Hey, we all have to get in the gym. I don't care if you're the kicker or where you play, right? That's Redbird football.
Oh, that's great coverage. He gets out to about the 20-yard line. Evan Barker on special teams. That's a defensive lineman getting down there making a tackle. That's
love to see that.
Love to see that. We talked about him during the Jared Grebner show the other night. He has really turned himself into a pretty solid defensive player.
Well, he works hard. I mean, he's 100% every time he's on the field, doing everything he can.
5'6", 195 junior.
The left-hand side, and number 24, Izzy Aguilar Nunez.
Ty Dykes on the stop.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Rockets from their own 20-yard line. And he is swarmed under by that whole left side of the Redbird defense.
Boy, nothing doing there for the Rockets. Great job by the Redbirds.
I'm going to give the first hit to your son, Sam.
And Bagol, number 88.
He stood his ground and ends up being about a 4-yard loss for the Rockets. Brings up a 3rd and about 14.
The folks I've talked to about Limestone said they do some misdirection things, so we'll see what they pull out here. Needing to get 13 yards on this play. Back to pass. And Incomplete. Brings up a 4th down and long.
That's a tough pass for their quarterback. He's going to his right and then has to square his body to throw with his right hand, and that's threw it a little bit behind the receiver. And
even if he caught that, that was still going to be a 4th and 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was, without hitting him in motion, that's a pretty tough play. Like 28, Dylan Bittner back to punt for the Rockets.
Oh, that's going to be
Punts off.
That's going to go at about the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds to the Redbirds bench.
I'm going to say 35-yard line is right about where he's going to be. Now they're going to say 34. I think he's off.
Well done, Scott. That was tough to see from this angle.
Oh, he's right on the 35. Huh.
Excellent. Excellent work.
Punt out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That'll be first and 10. Redbird.
All right.
This is really good field position. Cranford in the backfield with Rhodes.
Cranford up the middle. Accelerating.
Oh, man, he's a eyelash away from breaking that.
Hold down right around the 20.
On the stop, Austin Huddleston and a Metamora first down.
So we've run 2 plays and 2 big runs for the Redbirds.
Back to pass. Rhodes throws it over the top into the end zone.
Touchdown, Metamora. I can't see who that is. Who is
that?
Connor Bidney with the reception.
Bidney over there.
What a
Nice.
job by Dick Rhodes to find the receiver alone in the end zone, and quickly Metamora takes a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, I thought Rhodes was going to take off, but he got his eyes downfield and kind of spotted Biddy, getting a little separation, and just placed it to him. Beatry's in for the 2-point conversion, flanked by Evan Kyle. Beatry on the right-hand side.
And he'll be
Kyle
in.
right into the end zone. 2 points. Nice. Well, the Redbirds are up 16-0 with 8:54 in the first quarter.
Well, we talked about getting off to a fast start. That's a pretty fast start.
A real fast start, and I love the field position there. You know, start on their 35-yard line. That's awful nice place to start your drive.
And you have to give the defense credit for that. They played great defense and
Flushed the quarterback out of the pocket a little bit, made him run to his left. Wasn't able to execute the throw. Kick is rolling. It rolls out of bounds.
Oh.
A couple other scores that we've got, Scotty. We've got Washington and Dunlap, which is a big game in the Mid-Illini Conference today. That is all knotted up at 0-0 in the first quarter.
Early going.
And then we've got Morton playing East Peoria tonight, and Pekin and Kent as well. So no scores in any of those other games.
Not in the Mid-Illini. We have Peoria High at 16-0 over Bloomington, second quarter. It's now 24-0 Peoria, as Limestone will start the ball or start their second drive on their own 35-yard line, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Like Adam Sloan on the tackle. Nice tackle for loss there. Second and 13 for the Rockets. It's like a double handoff.
And we sniffed that out real well.
Like 334 was the ball carrier. Connor Pilgrim.
And he was tackled by Ty Dykes.
A little bit of that misdirection that we were talking about earlier, Scott. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more of that.
Yeah, I think so too.
That brings up a 3rd and 17 for the Rockets. Number 5 on a little sweep to the left-hand side. That's Jacob McBride, who was brought down by Stephen Petrie and Cam Nichols.
And that'll bring up a 4th down for the Limestone Rockets. And once again, Metamora will send their...
4th and 10 for Limestone.
Looks like we've got Cranford and Cote back to receive the punt. Fielded by Cranford. Finds some room up the middle. One man to beat.
One man and
makes
nobody
a cut
to
back
beat.
to the middle.
And he's gone.
He is into the end zone. A return by Cranford. Where did he catch that ball at? How long of a return was
that? About the 40-yard line. 40-yard line.
About a 60-yard return.
He was flying, wasn't he?
He was. Boy, when he gets in the open field, he is fun to watch.
Wow.
About a 65 return. A 65-yard return is what I'm being told, Scott.
Yeah, he caught it.
Wow.
Yeah, right in that area. Topco comes in to kick. A.J. Stone, the snapper, and I believe is that number 10, Nick Rhodes, the holder.
Pick is up, and it is good. All right.
Makes it 23-0 here with almost 7 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Once again, Limestone killing us on time of possession.
65-yard punt return for a touchdown. Metamora tailback Jadon Cranford.
A couple other area scores here. We've got Normal Community over the Urbana Tigers 37-0 in the second quarter. We've got Deer Creek over Tremont 16-0 in the first quarter. We got Peoria High 8-0 in the first quarter. All right, Tommy Sopko to kick off. Gets it almost to the 10-yard line.
He brings it out to 26.
Chase Harper on the return for Limestone. On the stop,
Like A.J. Stone and Brad Schonk on the tackle for Metamora. Little sweep to 5. He is hit immediately, looks like by Brad Shaw. Oh, no, I'm sorry, number 4, Wes McNeil.
Yeah.
But got to get my 4s and my 9s straight.
They're tough to read on these jerseys. They're
Cranford's out there playing the corner, Scott, so
Yep.
he must be feeling okay. Quick slant to number 5 and behind him. Good job by the defensive line, put some pressure and rushing that throw.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of time to set up. And I don't think the receiver number 5 had any idea that ball was on its way.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
Brings up a 3rd and 13 for the Limestone Rockets. Metamora well over, well, I don't think punt return counts as your offensive yardage, does it? So we're still just under 100 yards of offense here in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Limestone's back to pass. He's got pressure. Gets the ball off.
That skipped anyway.
44 was the intended receiver. Dalen MTCO brings up a 4th and 13 for the Rockets.
And that'll send their punt unit back onto the field. They may not want to kick it to number 1. I mean, that's a nice punt.
High punt.
That's a nice high punt.
Like Cote fields it. Goes out of bounds quickly.
But it's still on the Limestone side of the field. That was a heck of a punt.
Yeah. A nice hang time on that punt. That's into the wind, isn't it, Scotty?
Yeah. And we'll start our 4th drive of the evening on the Limestone side of the field.
We've got Evan Kyle and Cranford in the backfield.
Same
Gaffron's the lone receiver here. The left side. Got a shift. And we've got a flag.
False start, Metamora.
Like a false start called by the official. And we had 2 guys in motion at the same time.
But we didn't snap the ball.
Yeah, it's almost like we were repositioning, but
I think their defensive back's over the line of scrimmage.
Okay, we've got a shift. Sam Bagol shifts to the left-hand side, right in front of Vasquez. We've got Cranford, and he's got daylight. And he just accelerates into the end zone.
That's just fun to watch him run the football, isn't it? That hole was giant. There's a flag down at the 27-yard line. I think that's. We're still going onto the field for the extra point. It looks like it might be against Limestone. Yeah, they are targeting us, and maybe we'll take it on the. That's a personal foul against Limestone.
Okay.
Touchdown's good. We'll take it on the kickoff. We'll take the penalty on the kickoff.
Well, that makes sense because there wasn't anybody within, yards of him that could really make a play at that point for the run.
He looked like he let Alex Staub speed.
He was shot out of a cannon, absolutely.
Alex?
I don't know. Has Alex Staub been shot out of a cannon before?
We could try.
That's something we're having to do some research and find out about that. Stopko into kick.
Yeah, it's A.J. Stone is the snapper, Nick Rhodes is the holder, and Tommy Stopko is the kicker, and they have to move it back 5 yards. So it's kick from the.
Didn't see what the call was there, Scotty. Did you see what that was?
It was a motion.
Procedure call?
Yeah.
Okay. Kick is up. And it's good.
Kick is good. A.J. Stone on the snap. Nick Rhodes on the hold. And the foot of Tommy Stopko.
Well, if you translated that into a field goal, that'd be about a 25-yard field goal. So
yeah.
It's nice to see Stopko kicking the ball that well.
Yeah.
Like the Redbirds are up 30-0 with 5:40 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Scotty, Coach Dolinsky was talking about before the game how Cranford, was a little ginger on his ankle, but I'll be honest with you, he looks real healthy to me.
well, when you see a hole as big as the Metamora offensive line made from some of those injuries just kind of go away.
Yeah. When you see that kind of daylight, as a running back, that's what you dream about, Well, Metamora kicks off from the 45-yard line of the Rockets. Topko takes it into the end zone. Like Limestone will get it out at the 20.
Touchback for Limestone on the first attempt, 20-yard line. First quarter score is Morton 16, East Peoria 6. Second quarter score, Peoria High 32, Bloomington 6.
Got a score update in the Mid-Illini. We've got Morton 16, East Peoria 6 in the first quarter. I'm still showing 0-0 in the Washington Dunlap game and still showing 0-0 in the Canton Pekin game. So looks like Ty Dykes gets in for a sack on Bieneman.
Yeah.
Bringing the Rockets back again. Boy, it's about a 12-yard sack, it looks like.
Ooh, it's a long one.
Wow.
I don't know if Daryl Galandri, the clock operator, can count that high.
He's probably got one of those special calculators, that can help him out in a situation like that. The left side, a little bit of daylight, gets run down from behind. Looks like by Ty Dyke. Great job of the lineman pursuing there from the backside.
Came from the other side.
Yeah, he just didn't give up. Excellent work by Ty Dyke.
Makes it a 3rd and about 15 for the Limestone run. That's closer to 16. What'd you say?
Like 15 to me, Scotty. I don't know. Got to get out to the 30, right?
Well, you got to get out to the 31.
Oh, little misdirection here. Double handoff. The Metamora defense sniffs it out. Is that Ty Dykes again making the hit?
Ty Dykes is.
Wow.
On the stop, Ty Dykes. Brad Shock for Metamora.
That'll bring the Metamora punt return team back on as the Limestone punt team comes onto the field.
So Ty Dykes had 2 tackles for losses on that out of those 3 plays.
Bittner and Cote back deep for Metamora. We should get good field position again. And that should go dead at about the, I'm saying the 29-yard line, Randy.
All right, let's see. Oh, about the 32.
32, okay. That's good.
When the county fair comes to town, Scott, we're going to have to get you a job judging some of these things. I think you can judge, weight and things like that. I think might have established something here. Kyle in the backfield takes it to the right side.
Pickup of close to 8 yards on that carry.
Down about the 25.
We'll say 7 yards.
Brings up a 2nd and 3. So we've got Kyle in the backfield. Cote and Shaffron off to the right, or Bidney to the right-hand side. And
that should be enough for a Redbird first down.
Evan Kyle for the first down.
And a Metamora first down.
Well, the Redbirds are working the clock here a little bit, Scotty. Back to throw. Rhodes is looking up.
Wow, who caught that? Who was it?
That's Cam Nickel on the reception. Great job pulling that down right over the defender. Excellent concentration.
Wow. He doesn't get to play offense. What a throw by Nick Rhodes.
Great throw, great concentration by the receiver. Nice job.
It's 36-0 here in this first quarter with just over 2 minutes to go.
Top going for the kick, and it's up and good. Got a couple other score updates here, Scotty. Looks like Morton is 26-6 in the first quarter over East Peoria. And then Pekin now has scored a touchdown against Canton. So Pekin's up 7-0 in the second quarter. And still no scores showing in the Dunlap-Washington game. So we may have a defensive battle on our hands there. Limestone back to return. That's number 1, Kamar Sanders. Gets out over the 25-yard line.
On the stop for Metamora.
Remington Lenkeman on the stop for Metamora.
Metamora scoring drive, 3 plays covered 32 yards.
Just under 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Redbirds up 37-0.
The quarterback sweep to the right side. He just runs out of bounds. About the 29-yard line.
The pickup of 1 yard.
Short gain on the play brings up second down.
I wish the Limestone roster had their heights and weights because Bieneman is a tall drink of water. Looks like he's pretty well put together. What do you think he goes, 6'3", maybe 6'2"?
Yeah, I'd say 6'2", 6'3", 190.
Yeah.
Boy, it's really hard to tell with those pads on, though.
You think he's 6'5"?
You know what?
He's a tall drink of water.
Rolls to his left and is looking down the field. He's got a receiver, number 1. He threw a strike. One just couldn't haul it in there. That was Kamar Sanders.
An update from Washington.
Receiver.
Update from Washington. 7-0 Washington, second quarter.
Second quarter score, Washington 7, Dunlap 0.
Well, that brings up a 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 for the Rockets.
Prince out to his left. He's got a lot of pressure. Whoa. Number 7, Kenyon Johnson, was the intended receiver.
A lot of pressure by that Lamba goal.
Oh, it was the whole defensive line there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Adam Sloan, Sam Bagol, Ty Dykes, they were all in there.
Who's back deep from, is it Cote, and who's the other one? Can't tell who that other player is.
For 13, Braden Bittner, the other person back on the receive. Punt rolls down to the Metamora 39-yard line.
Punt is down at the Metamora 39-yard line.
Well, this would be our worst field position of the night so far. With just over 1 minute 1:31 to go here in this first quarter. Metamora comfortably up.
32 yards in the punt, 1:31 left in the first quarter.
So is it Cranford?
Cranford's at the backfield. Yep. Quarterback keeper on the right side. It's close to the first down. Probably down for 9. Flag on the field.
Chase Hartman, flag on the field.
Is that a face mask possibly? Oh, it is a face mask, isn't it?
Yep, good call, Scotty. Face mask.
Yeah, that's a 5-yard face mask.
5-yard face mask marks the ball at the 46.
Learned something tonight, Randy. I always, thought that, or in high school, I always knew that holding penalties were a spot foul. Did you know that they are not now? They go back to line of scrimmage just like college and pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if it's been enforced like that. Oh, the Rhodes' pass is batted down by the Limestone defender.
Pass intended for Cote. Incomplete, brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 10.
Cote was the intended receiver on the center screen there. Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Limestone 47. Rhodes keeps the ball again. He's up on the right-hand side.
Nice
about
gain.
5 or 6.
It's a nice gain.
Like Evan Kyle's come into the game, so maybe we'll have a little 2-back set here.
That is, to me, that is really good when you have those guys in the backfield. I think that's our best set.
Gives the ball to Kyle up the left-hand side. He's on his feet. Down to about the 22-yard line.
Wow. That's
Brought down by Jade Lopez.
Yeah, with those 2 backs in the backfield, it gives us a lot of different things we can do out of that, Scott. So it keeps the defense on edge. They've got to, they really can't over-penetrate. They've got to play it honest. It just gives us a better opportunity to block some guys, First down for the Birds from the 22.
should be the last play of this first quarter. Pretty productive first quarter for Metamora.
Back to pass. Throws it to Shaffrin.
Ooh, they sniffed that out pretty well. And that'll be the end of the first quarter.
I think he loses about 3 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 13.
Take this time to thank our sponsors. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Helping you and our community grow. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted.
I'd like to welcome the Limestone cheerleaders here tonight.
Goodfield State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you. Hanover's Pub, kitchen open late every weekend. See you on the square. Kirby Foods, proud to be 100% employee owned. Be sure to check out our signature Kirby items in the deli and meat departments.
Let's hear it for our cheerleaders tonight.
As the Redbird offense comes onto the field to start the second quarter.
Boy, Scott, I don't remember ever a time team scoring 37 in the first quarter. Goes over the top. Looks like the Samba goal. And he's in the end zone.
For a touchdown. Wide open, that little arc release, and he was wide open in the crease. And
Redbird, nice little seam route there.
Hated to see that, didn't you?
Boy, love to see him get a catch like that. No flags out there. Life is good. Going back on some of these stats, Scotty, in the first quarter, Metamora had 191 yards on 13 plays, and Limestone had negative 12 yards for the quarter. So just absolutely dominating here tonight. Kick is up, and it's good.
6 plays, 61 yards, a minute 38. That's pretty efficient.
Wow, yeah.
They got 5 touchdowns on 14 plays. Does that include the punt return? No.
Wow, so 44 points, 44-0. I believe that's running clock time.
Second half.
But okay, you're right. It can't start until the second half. So
50-50 number for $204. If you have this number and ticket, bring it up to the press box. Tonight's number is 993562. Once again, tonight's winning number 993562.
Well, Scotty, hopefully this creates an opportunity for us to get a lot of guys into the game and work on things and sharpen up and just keep building for set our playoff run.
Under the 10. Brings it out to about the 26-yard line.
That number 6?
Yeah.
Number 8? Chase Harper, I believe, number 8 on the return for Limestone.
Second quarter score in the middle line, Morton 26, East Peoria 6, Keegan 7, Canton 0. Pass complete to Kenyon Johnson.
Pretty good play for Limestone.
Number 7, Kenyon Johnson makes the grab and get a first down. I believe that's their first down of the night. So out to the 40-yard line for the Rockets.
That's their best play from scrimmage so far.
Metamora with the sack. Scott, did you see the first guy to get there?
I did not. I couldn't tell who that was. Brings up a second and 19.
Second down, 19 for the Rockets.
I think Limestone's going to start trying to slow this game down a little bit.
They got three receivers up to the top side. Back to pass. Goes over the middle.
Was that
great job by Stephen Petrie to get his hand on that ball? But boy, if he doesn't get his hand on that ball, that receiver was breaking out of there.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice play. I bring up a third down and 19. But you're right, that was a pretty nice play.
Yeah, if he doesn't get his hand on that ball, they may be looking at sticks the other way.
And I got to give their quarterback some credit. He stayed in there, took a pretty good shot at the end, but he stayed in there, and just as he got rid of it, he got hit pretty good.
Yeah, no complaints with Limestone's quarterback play. I mean, he's thrown some strikes today. Little bubble screen. Oh, ball is out. Recovered by number 5, Jacob McBride.
Fumble recovered by Jacob McBride.
And that'll bring up a 4th and about 6.
Made about 3 yards on that play.
Yeah.
Like 4th and 16.
Good job by the Redbird. I believe that was.
Did you see who made
Brad
that hit?
Schock. I think it was Brad Schock that came in and poked his hand in there and knocked the ball free.
Back deep for Metamora. Eden Cote. Jadon Cranford.
Cranford and Cote back to receive the punt. Van Bagol puts a little pressure on. Ball bounces out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
Boy, he was just an eyelash away. Woo.
He's a basketball guy, Scott, so, they're used to getting their hands up. So.
Yep. 6'5", 210.
And our third season sponsor, Michael's Italian.
He could dunk the ball, on a good day. Unless he has one of those pork chop sandwiches, that slows him down a little bit. But
well, yeah. Cranford back deep in the backfield for Metamora behind Nick Rhodes.
Cote in motion.
No, that's Cranford with the carry.
Oh, that looks like Kyle.
It is.
Yep.
It is Kyle.
Yep, Kyle falls forward for about 2.
On the stop, Bobby Edwards.
They both have their socks pulled up high this week. Brings up a 2nd and about 8 for the Redbirds.
Kyle off the right-hand side. He's running hard. Keeps his feet moving. Gets almost out to midfield.
What a push by that offensive line. I mean, they're just reestablishing that line of scrimmage.
I just love how Kyle gets out of the backfield so fast. I mean, he accelerates and just runs with so much confidence.
Yeah.
His yards after contact this year have to be just outstanding. A.J. Stone resets on the left-hand side. Rhodes back to pass. A little screen.
Oh, there's nobody out there.
Evan Kyle up the right sideline.
Touchdown. Touchdown, Metamora.
Oh, there's a flag at the 36-yard line.
Field near the 36-yard line. Evan Kyle on the right side for the Redbirds.
Getting a little signal from some of the Redbird linemen that it's coming back.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, what a nice play.
It was a really nice play.
Did the official make the signal? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was a hold.
So Was that a spot of foul, or was that?
It happened downfield past the line of scrimmage, so you go from the spot of the foul.
So it is spot of foul in that situation. Okay.
So
that brings up a 2nd and 6, it looks like.
Yeah. It should be 1st and 6.
1st and 6, okay.
And now they've moved it. It is 1st down and 6.
Fans, second call on the 50-50. Tonight's winning number is 993.
That Limestone on the timeout.
Bring it up to the press box for $204 tonight.
Didn't see the official make the call.
Yeah. So it is a 1st and 6. It is a 1st and 6, which is
so 8:21 in the second quarter. Redbirds 44, Limestone 0.
both teams come back onto the field.
First down and 6 for Metamora.
Rhodes keeps the ball. Like he gets the first down to about the 38-yard line.
On the stop, number 21 and Bo Johnson on Metamora. First
What kind of a double fake by Rhodes there? He faked the Cranford, then he faked the pass, and then he took off.
Yeah, and got the first down.
You got it? I got it. There's a door on the door right over there.
Cranford's in the backfield. Gets the ball on the left-hand side, and he sees some daylight, makes a move. Still on his feet.
And he's going to score a
Refuses
touchdown.
to go down. Wow, great job of staying on his feet, great balance. You know, 3 guys had him in their grasp, and he just kept going. What a great job by Cranford. What an individual effort.
You know the best part about Jadon Cranford? Going south.
Oh, unbelievable. I keep saying, boy, every time he gets on the field, he looks stronger and faster every week. You know, he's that young. He just keeps growing.
Extra 40 is no good for Metamora. A 38-yard touchdown run by tailback Jadon Cranford.
What? So Metamora is up 50-0 with 7:39 to go here in this
Metamora scoring
first
drive,
half.
4 plays.
Now, let me ask you something, Randy. Do you believe that in the first half, every possession is 0-0 in the first half?
Yeah. I mean, you got to come out. I mean, you know, this is a game. You got to approach it as, you know, every time you're starting over. You know, that's just what it takes to sharpen your team up. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't let off the gas at this point.
No.
You got to keep your starters going. You got to keep them focused. You know, we've got a lot of work to do yet this season. Now you're right. We get into the second half. I think you maybe approach that a little bit differently. But you know, you just got to keep going and do the best you can. Kicks down to the 10-yard line. Still on his feet, out over the 30-yard line.
Pretty nice return by the Limestone Rockets.
On the return, Kamar Sanders. Brad Chalk on the stop for Metamora.
So Scott, not that I want to bring this up, but you know, if we look at the all-time points Metamora has scored against Limestone, 2007 we scored 66 points on Limestone.
Yeah.
You know, having 50 points here with 7:29 to go in the second quarter, you know, we have a shot at that.
Yeah, you're right
Now
about that.
That 2007 team, though, was pretty special, if you recall that.
Yeah, we end up having a pretty good year.
24, Izzy Aguilar-Nunez gets a couple yards on the right-hand side.
Pickup of
It's a few,
2.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. So 2007, I wasn't around back then. Was that an undefeated season for us?
Yeah, we won state.
2007.
Won the
state.
And we had a couple of Division I. Oh, that's a nice play by the Redbird defense there, too.
Nice tackle for loss by Adam Sloan. But, yeah, 2007, so that was an undefeated season.
Yeah, the thing that was kind of funny about that season was that the Journal-Star would come out. The Journal-Star had a lot of high school articles during the week. And I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday they would come out with the top teams in the area regardless of class, and they would rank you. And they had Metamora number 1, and then they had the Metamora second team number 2.
Wow. Well, that's what it takes, to have a great team like that. You've got to have guys pushing in practice every day and guys working hard in the weight room. And it's not just your starters make that happen. Back to pass. Slightly overthrown here. The intended receiver was number 8, Chase Harper.
That's not a bad play because it was just he's been getting so much pressure that quarterback has to get rid of it, and sometimes he doesn't get a good pass off. That was that could have been a nice play for him.
He floated it up, gave the receiver a chance to run underneath it. We had pretty good coverage on the receiver. He didn't get a clean break, so may have slowed him down just a little bit.
Yeah, that Metamora team, though, had some freaks. You had a 6'6" quarterback, or 6'5" quarterback and a 6'5" tight end that both went Big Ten. And you had a line that averaged about 285.
Wow.
You had what I consider to be maybe that's Kote, on the return. Nice return by Eden Kote.
Nice to see him running hard.
But the thing that was so nice about that team is they're like I said, the best player that I've ever seen in the Mid-Atlantic Conference was Adam Duvendak, number 12, and he could beat you in all 3 facets of the game. He could beat you offensively, because he was a wide receiver running back. He could beat you defensively. He was a safety. He had how many interceptions that year that were just spectacular. And then he could beat you on special teams because he returned punts for touchdowns, kicks for touchdowns. He was a highlight reel on the field.
Wow. Like Parker McDonald in a quarterback, and Jaden Lambert flanks him to his left-hand side. Oh.
Metamora takes a timeout.
Timeout called by Metamora.
I was living in Peoria at that time, 2007, and I recall seeing Metamora on the news and reading about him in the Journal-Star, and it just seemed like a real exciting time out here.
Scored over 680 points that year.
Wow.
They were awfully good. I remember a game, and I don't remember who it was really against, but we got the ball with about 50 seconds to go and about 90 yards to go before halftime, and we were up big. Maybe not this big, but we were up awfully big. They thought, okay, Metamora's just going to run it out. They handed the ball off to Duvendak, and he made about 3 or 4 guys miss at about the 10. And then he just got out to the flats a little bit, made a couple of other guys miss, spun out of another tackle, and he ended up getting pushed out of bounds because he had to weave his way around, but he got pushed out of bounds at about the 10, the other team's 10-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Scoring.
80 yards.
It
wow.
was unbelievable. It was just it was showtime. It was the greatest show on natural grass in the area.
Well, maybe one of these days we can get the greatest show on turf, Scotty, right? Like Jaden Lambert.
Jaden Lambert, the ball carrier.
A nice opportunity for the sophomore.
Yeah. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
good people there. Amy Johnson and those type of people were all. Well, yeah, 'cause I saw the big fly, this last week, Gores, Lewis and Clark,
Scotty, we got an update here in the Washington Dunlap game. Like Washington scored again, so we've got Washington 14, Dunlap 0.
Yep.
And I believe that's still in the second quarter.
enjoy the first sip right now.
And it looks like it's close to halftime.
Lambert on the carry.
Gets pickup of about 6 yards for the sophomore. Up as third and about 4 yards to go. I would say 3 yards.
Well, listen, did Alex send you the thing about this will be the first time we beat Limestone this season?
In college scores, we've got the Illini playing Nebraska tonight. It looks like Nebraska is up over the Illini 17-0 in the second quarter. So hopefully the Illini can pull it together and reverse that. Like Jaden Lambert stays on his feet.
Boy, he is a horse. Only a sophomore.
Down near the 37-yard line. Brought down by Bobby Edwards.
First down from the Limestone 37-yard line. You know, when we came into the season, Scotty, we talked about having 5 running backs. And so, you know, I was familiar with Frederick from last year and Cranford from last year. I saw Kyle run a lot of JV. But I wasn't familiar with Cam Nickel and Jaden Lambert running the ball. And, boy, just, you know, the little I've seen of each one of those guys, I'm impressed.
Jaden Lambert's just a horse. You come on a Monday night and you just see him just.
Lambert on the carry.
Boy, Lambert looks like he's getting ahead of steam here.
Yeah. He's starting to feel it. It takes him a little while to get going, but once he gets going, people start to have a tendency to kind of bounce off of him. And
wow, how big is he, Scott?
he's about one. His height and weight are on the program.
Yeah, it's not on the program here.
No,
so I
but
didn't
he goes about 190, 195.
Wow. Was he about 6'2", something like that?
Yeah.
Boy, big kid for a sophomore. It'll be fun to see what the weight room does to him next couple of years.
It'll do nice things.
Yeah. Keeper for Parker McDonald up the middle. Looks like he's got a first down
Inside
to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I think they're going to put it right on the 23.
First and 10, Redbird.
Nice job of Parker McDonald getting physical in the pile there.
Yeah, that was a nice read by the sophomore QB. He splits time with Christian Nelson on the sophomore team. Nelson only a freshman. McDonald is also a defensive back. He's a nice player.
Lambert off the right side. Keeps his feet moving. Got some daylight.
Touchdown, Metamora. Lambert was nice blocking up front, and Lambert did a nice job of weaving his way around and getting into the end zone. And
so getting back to Parker McDonald, now, is he the youngest of the McDonald group? Because I know, was it Brighton McDonald? Was he a receiver?
Yeah, I
and,
believe
and
so.
then Peyton McDonald, I know, played with my middle son. So I think he's got a lot of football background in that family.
Yeah.
Didn't see what happened to the kick there. Did that get blocked?
I'm not sure. It might have been blocked a little bit. By number 7 for Limestone, which is Kenyon Johnson, I think, got in there. And
so Metamora up 56-0 with 1:53 to go in the second quarter. It's like Metamora's got 369 yards of offense against Limestone's -2 yards of offense. So just the Birds are absolutely dominating here.
Well, the wind gets blown off the tee. The ball gets blown off the tee. The wind blows the ball up. What I meant to say. So just under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. That goes down to about the 10 again.
8 up the middle for Limestone. Gets across the 30. Brought down. That's Chase Harper for Limestone on the return.
Up to close to the 31-yard line.
Brad Schock in on the tackle along with Will Mishler. Rocket ball, 1st and 10.
Like Brad Schock and Mishler in on the tackle for Metamora.
Guys here in the press box worried about getting home at, crack of dawn.
They don't get paid by the hour up here, Scotty.
No. And they're all delicate flowers.
It's a very gentle group up here.
Oh, yeah.
On the stop, Chris Calatoni for Metamora.
Metamora already getting some guys in there. That's always nice to see.
Limestone over the right-hand side gets met by a host of defenders. Not sure who was there first. Was that Kevin Barker over there, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was.
Kevin Barker on the stop. First down for Limestone.
First down for the Rockets. About the Metamora 40, or I'm sorry, their own 44-yard line. Little double handoff. Like number 34 ran the ball there. Connor Pilgrim for Metamora.
That's Barker again on the tackle for Metamora.
And Caleb McAllister.
Brings up a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to pass. Over the top. Good coverage there. Is that Parker McDonald? No, that's 24.
24
Caleb
is
McAllister in coverage. Did a nice job staying with him.
Yeah, that was pretty decent coverage. Their legs got tangled. Good no call by the refs, I think.
Yeah.
And there's just 5 seconds to go here in this first quarter, or first half, excuse me.
That double handoff, that's an old Metamora play that we used to run back in the day, isn't it, Scotty?
And they're getting.
Flag on the field.
I think it was holding. That makes it a 2nd and about 16.
2nd down, 15.
15, yeah, 2nd and 15.
Back to pass. Got his man up on the sideline. And that's just good pass defense. Yep, down at the 35-yard line. That brings us to the half.
Redbirds will take a 56-0 lead into the halftime locker room. Clock will be running to start the second half. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the first half stats, second half.
Contact Greg Harmon for a home and auto quote today.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin.
Central Illinois, you asked for it and we listened. Germantown Grill is growing, adding more dining space and a private gaming area featuring games powered by Gold Rush, the gold standard in video gaming. The games on at Germantown Grill off Route 116.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
We keep coming back because it has changed how we feel tremendously, but also because we know that Dr. Kaufman and his staff genuinely care about the people that walk through his door. And he's passionate about what he does, and that comes across in everything.
101. You can do it. 100. You can do it. We're not going to give up. We're never until we're strong and mighty and tough. These weights are going to be heavy, like a heavy job. So you're going to need to bring your muscles with you. Got it? Now let's get lifting some weights. Come on.
Oh yeah, of course. Super tennis fan right there.
I even went to a first soft. Yes, yes, that was it. Every year I would go to it was at It's good to see you. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome back to Malone Field. Take this time to pay some bills. Logo wear. Shop logo wear in Metamora for all your Redbird gear. Mason Funeral Home, proud supporter of the Metamora Redbird. McDonald's. Not a morning person? Skip the awkward pre-coffee talk with McDonald's. Mobile order and pay and curbside pickup. Merrill Lynch. Local faces with big company resources. We help families make great decisions with their money. Metamora Fields Golf Club, where you're always welcome. Come for a quick bite after your round of golf. Snyder Village, your place to call home. Call today. Take a tour, 367-4300. Sue's Place, win or lose, there's always Sue's. The Room, located in a historic Homestead building, is proud to be your local football headquarters. Soberest Insurance, your total insurance solution.
Third quarter score, Washington 21, Dunlap 0.
Both of my children have really enjoyed Dr. Frenette. She's epic with our kids. She works so well, making them feel comfortable, making the treatments fun, because fears can be a big deal.
If you haven't tried chiropractic, call us at Kaufman Wellness Center.
I'm actually 49 years old and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. What I like about Kaufman is the communication is excellent. It's always very easy to get in. They had a huge impact on how fast I was able to reach my fitness goal.
And I expect them to go deep in the playoffs, especially after their performance at Kankakee. Really, it was a kick return that won that game. Washington was up 3-0. So, Washington's impressive this year. You got to give them credit.
I wonder if they're going to be able to score enough points in the playoffs. Their defense is outstanding. That's as good as I've seen in a while. I just wonder if they're going to be able to score enough.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see how they're scoring against Dunlap. So it'll be fun to watch that film and then see what that's all about. So, but yeah, interesting score. I thought Dunlap might have a chance to give them a run.
Yeah, I thought so too. I don't know. I'm just not sure about Dunlap.
Another score here, the Illinois game. Nebraska 17, Illinois 7 at half. So Illinois, they're fighting, right?
They're coming back.
So hopefully we'll see some development there, some more points. A couple other scores. You got Morton 55, East Peoria 6.
That's 55 unanswered points.
Yeah, East Peoria started off, scored first in that game. Absolutely. Beacon's up 15-0 over Canton in the third quarter. A couple other area scores. You got Richwoods over Manual, 14-0 in the fourth quarter. Peoria High over Bloomington at half, 32-6. Central Catholic is 14-0 over IVC. Normal Community 66-0 over Urbana.
Ooh.
And then small school score, Deer Creek 46, Tremont 0. That's in the third quarter. Peoria Notre Dame is up 14-7 over Champaign Centennial in the second quarter. So I believe those are two teams that are possibly playoff bound. That's a pretty good game there. So that's what's going on in the area. So it'll be interesting to see if Dunlap can put any points up on Washington here. The Birds to kick off.
At about the 12-yard line. He's gathered in at about the 27-yard line.
Number 1, Kamar Sanders for Limestone. See who got the tackle there?
I did not. I couldn't tell.
On the stop, Caleb Morrison for Metamora.
Caleb Morrison, I guess, is the... Seeing a lot of sophomores getting a lot of playing time.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Get these guys some reps. And
okay, who are some of these guys out on the field now? Metamora.
Well, on the line, you got number 43, Cam Burns, and then who's our nose guard there?
Can't see the numbers.
Limestone goes up the middle. Number 5, Jacob McBride.
Jacob McBride on the carry.
Like number 24, Caleb McAllister was there first for the Birds.
Caleb McAllister on the stop for Metamora.
So nose guard, you got looks like number 68, Ethan Robinson.
68.
And then at the other defensive end tackle there, number 81. That's don't have an 81 here.
Oh,
am I seeing that wrong?
Maybe. Is that 88? No, it'd be 89. Sam Barbarinas.
McBride, the ball carrier.
45, Jacob Reimers on the tackle for the Redbirds.
The Limestone first down.
Boy, I'm seeing an 81 there, Scott, but I don't see an 81 on our roster, so possible that's a sophomore that was brought up, maybe.
Possibly. There is an 81 out there. 43 is Cam Burns. 84 is Seth Bauman.
17 is Liam Udell.
Riley Jackson is number 81.
So Riley Jackson looks like he's usually number 53, but he's wearing number 81 right now. And was that 81 Riley Jackson on the tackle? Number 20 over here at corner, is that Caden Berger?
Yep.
And what do we have on the far side of the field? Number 13, Braden Bittner, looks like he's the other corner. We got Liam Udell there at safety.
Yep.
Who's our other safety out there in the middle? 24.
Oh,
That's
man.
Caleb McAllister.
Oh.
Pass intended for Izzy Nunez.
That was almost a pick. It might have been a pick six had he been able to corral that. Ball was thrown pretty hard. Brings up a third and 10.
Back to pass, moving to his left, close to the sticks, makes the catch.
Looks like he's going to
see where they spot it.
Pass complete, beat him into Harper.
I think he's going to be just short. Maybe about a half a yard, maybe about a yard short. Bring up a 4th down and 1 for Limestone.
Shy of a first down, brings up 4th and short for the Rockets.
Like he's empty. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quick slant. Looks like he's got his man, number 7, Kenyon Johnson. He's got some green. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown, Limestone. Pass complete to Kenyon Johnson for the Rockets.
I got to tell you, that was a pretty nice play. You got to give Limestone. That was 4th down and 1, and they.
What was a little? We used to call that a button hook. You know,
Yep.
just come back, make the play. I think they were just looking for the first down, but made a nice job. Kind of spun out of the tackle and got free and made his way to the end zone. Kick is up, and it is good.
Makes it 56-7, Redbirds. That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting great experience out here, and
I remember back, it was probably when they started I can't remember what year they started the running clock, but it was during the first few years that it was around, and Metamora had gotten a pretty good lead, and I don't remember who they'd gotten the lead on, but once you get the 40-point lead, regardless of what the other team does, it still continues to be a running clock, even if they close it to within 28 or whatever.
Limestone scoring.
And Metamora was up like 42-0. The other team scored about midway through the third quarter, and their coach came unglued, thinking that the clock should have gone back to regular stoppages when they were supposed to. And there was a good 10 or 15-minute delay to try and convince this guy that.
Oh goodness, defeating the purpose. That's Jaden Lambert.
Yep.
Still on his feet. Almost out to the 45-yard line.
I just love the way he just gets the ball. There's no nonsense with that guy, and it's just plow ahead.
I think we're going to hear Jaden Lambert's name quite a bit the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun to see him develop.
Imagine him in the backfield with a Jadon Cranford, thunder and lightning.
I like that. That's a nice little ring to it. Donald hands off to Lambert, off to the left side. Still on his feet. Gets over the 40-yard line. Limestone.
He's gonna be close to 100 yards rushing.
Who we have there in the line? We've got the 60, Alvaro Meza. 54, I'm seeing Brennan Tabor. 58, Riley Blue. '62, Zeke Bavard. Lambert off to the right side. It's about 7 yards. Who else do we have in there at the line? Scotty, who am I missing?
Second down and 3.
'67 there, Owen Cabell.
Zeke Bavard. You say 59? Jackson Wright. Now in at quarterback, a freshman, number 21, is Christian Nelson.
Lambert, ball is out. Like Limestone's got it.
Football on the play, recovered by Limestone. Number 64, Jaden Lopez.
64, Jaden Lopez for Limestone with the recovery. Looks like our defensive line out there, number 51, Landon Schneider. And then number 55, Mason Hensley. And I don't see who's on the right side there.
I can't either. He's being covered up.
Coming over, shifting over to this side, 70, Owen Cleland.
Ball carrier Connor Pilgrim. Will Mishler on the stop for the Redbirds.
Will Mishler on the stop for the Redbirds. Connor Pilgrim was the ball carrier for Limestone. Got Xavion Payton, number 80 out there. Looks like playing corner. Got Mishler here at outside linebacker. Limestone in the hand is to the up man. It's close to the first down.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Pilgrim on the carry.
Looks like we've got 44, Chris Colin Tony.
76, Zach Doty comes in on the defensive line.
49, Caleb Morrison in there at the linebacker as well. Can't see those safeties. Who do we have? Is that Udell and 24, Caleb McAllister at safety. Passes over to the left-hand side. A little short. 85, Josiah Kellenberger in coverage.
Josiah Kellenberger. Brings up second down.
That'll move the ball back another 10 yards.
Holding called against Limestone.
Just looking at the corner on this side, looks like it's Ethan Graham just been subbed in, number 35. You see the corner on the far side there?
I can't
I
tell.
can't look at that number.
Is that Trey Allen?
85, Josiah Kellenberger. Okay.
Okay.
Got Udell, McAllister. Back to pass to the left side.
Oh, nice play.
To number 7.
Incomplete to Kenyon Johnson.
Broke that up.
What numbers?
24, McAllister on the breakup. Nice job.
Yeah, that was really nice. That'll come to the end of the third quarter.
Like it's about 2nd and 20 after the holding penalty.
It'll be the end of the quarter here in 30 seconds.
Back to pass. Shoot out in the screen. He's brought down by number 24, McAllister.
On the stop, McAllister, Will Mishler.
Like Mishler was in there for the assist.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. Redbirds lead 56-7.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin.
101. You can do it. 100. You can do it. We're not gonna give up. We're never until we're strong and mighty and tough. These weights are gonna be heavy, like a heavy job. So you're gonna need to bring your muscles with you. Got it? Now let's get lifting some weights. Come on.
Back in the 80s, though, we had a nice little playoff run several years in a row. Back to pass. Got some pressure thrown, looking over the top. A little bit short.
You know, it doesn't matter who we put out there. We still put pressure on the quarterback.
It's like 23, Brent Adams in coverage.
Brent Adams defending for Metamora.
So, yeah, my high school, Burlington Central, the closest we've been to them to play them was in basketball last year. They hosted the sectional.
2 years in a row, and they got upset.
Yeah, and they got upset by Marmion Academy last year, who we met in the Stupor in Ottawa. But, yeah, we had a chance to play them.
And the year before, they lost to Wheaton St. Francis.
And just getting a score here, looks like the Rockets are trailing 42-7. So, against Prairie Ridge. So, there's a reason Prairie Ridge is ranked number 1, apparently. Ooh, the punt is muffed.
Did he get hit?
It looks like. Okay, we've got a flag here.
He got hit when he was trying to make the fair catch. He got hit.
They're going to have to sort this out.
Yeah, it should be Metamora ball, and then there was an illegal fair catch, or a fair catch with an illegal hit. The Limestone didn't give him room to catch the ball. I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be, interference on the fair catch. And,
yeah, they're really talking this one through. Boy, this is when you want to see instant replay at the high school level, right, Scotty? Just so you can make sure you get the right call. Okay, the ref's coming over to talk to Coach Grebner.
Are they going to...
Clock continues to run.
Well, they're going to make them kick it over again. Or no, maybe not. Maybe they'll just take 15 yards from that spot.
Yeah, kind of interference. Maybe from the spot of foul.
We'll bring our offense on.
Interference called on the Metamora fair catch.
What invaluable experience these kids are getting, because they're playing a whole half here tonight. Then they're going to turn around and play a whole game on Monday night. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So Metamora takes over the ball at the 48-yard line of Limestone.
Who's in at quarterback? I can't see what the... McDonald is back in at quarterback.
Like Jaden Lambert, the running back in the backfield.
Just under 9 minutes to go in the ball game.
Lambert gets the ball on the right-hand side. He's taken down immediately by number 34, Connor Pilgrim, for Limestone.
Brought down by Connor Pilgrim. Second down 10.
We've got number 19 out there, Kaysen Wagner, in at receiver. Lambert off the right-hand side, stays on his feet.
He'll be just short of a first down. He gets down to about the 40-yard line.
On the stop, Austin Hillsley.
update on the Washington Dunlap score. Looks like Dunlap scored a touchdown. They're going for the extra point right now. Kick is good, so that brings the score Washington 21, Dunlap 7 with 2:50 to go in the third quarter at Dunlap. So Dunlap's on the board against Washington. We'll see if that game gets interesting. Christian Nelson's in at quarterback, hands off to Lambert.
Oh, Lambert just powers his way for the first down.
Drags a couple guys to pass the first down marker. Boy, that's great running by Lambert. Look, we've also got in that receiver, number 31, Trey Allen. And I'm also seeing number 87, Sam Eckstein, as the receiver out on the left-hand side. Lambert off to the left side. Just keeps his feet moving and brings a whole host of defenders with him down to the 30-yard line.
Jay Lambert carries to for the 30-yard line. On the stop, Izzy Nunez.
Boy, Scott, you weren't kidding. He's a powerful kid.
Yeah. Yep, he's been awfully fun to watch this fall. Light turned on last year about the fourth game of his freshman year, and then after that, he was dominant.
Is McDonald back in at quarterback?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Lambert off the left-hand side. Again, rumbles for about another 5 yards. So Riley Jackson with the jersey change to number 81. Maybe they made him into a tight end this week.
May have.
You know, he was 53. And so with that jersey change, maybe that's why they had to do that.
Parker McDonald at quarterback.
Little confusion in the backfield. Parker picks it up.
That worked well.
Donald gets down to about the 13-yard line. After a little confusion in the backfield there, that was a nice job for him to pull it together, and I think he knew where the running back was going, so he just ran up that same hole, and it was still there.
And you know,
nice
what a nice job by the line, though, that he can turn the wrong way and then realize it and then turn back, and the hole still be there.
Yeah, they held the hole and kept moving, so nice job. Nice save. 1st and 10 from Metamora 13-yard line. Like Christian Nelson in the quarterback. Hands off to Lambert on the right-hand side. Brought down at about the 11, looks like.
Lambert on the carry, brought down near the 11-yard line.
Oh, looks like they gave him a yard. Like he's down to the 10 with forward progress. Brings up about a 2nd and 6. McDonald back in at quarterback. Oh,
no, it's
well, and we've got Nelson out there.
Yeah.
Okay, who am I seeing at running back then? Is that
Christian Nelson at quarterback.
Is that McDonald at running back?
And he gets down to about the 2-yard line. That's going to be just shy of a first down.
Boy, if McDonald's going to start running the ball like this, we might be able to get the Wildcat going. Ah.
Still 2:30 to go in the ball game.
If we're waiting to call a timeout here just to run it down, or
we are going to call a timeout.
Delay of game to call against Metamora.
ball comes back 5 yards. Looks like it's at about the 8-yard line. First and goal. So Nelson's the quarterback, and who do we have in there as a running back?
I can't see.
Nelson
and Metamora
just the ball.
Just takes a knee.
That's Christian Nelson, number 21, freshman quarterback.
So with some good officiating, they'll set the ball. It makes it a 2nd and 11, and they start the clock, so we only have to take 2 more snaps. Well, maybe 3 more snaps.
The Washington Dunlap game, end of the third quarter. Washington 21, Dunlap 7.
Matt will do the. That'll be it for this game. Metamora will win 56-7. Pretty impressive showing.
Wow, just dominant. Nice job. Played clean. Not a lot of penalties. Really nice to see Metamora get a lot of guys in the game tonight, and just really do some nice things. And it's kind of like getting the paychecks, guys.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of these kids come, work hard, get in the weight room and everything. If they're not fully developed seniors and get that starting role, it's just great to see them get out there and get to play under the lights. Beautiful.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with the end of the game stats and a chat with head coach Jared Redbird.
Contact Greg Harmon for a home and auto quote today.
Well, we love it. So we've been coming for almost 10 years. Dr. Kaufman is affiliated with high school sports. It offers anything from adjustment to physical therapy. The whole staff is so good to my family, which is extremely important nowadays.
We keep coming back because it has changed how we feel tremendously, but also because we know that Dr. Kaufman and his staff genuinely care about the people that walk through his door. And he's passionate about what he does, and that comes across in everything.
With some final stats for the game for Metamora, 321 yards rushing, 101 yards receiving. Individually, Crawford, 3 attempts for 107 yards, 2 TDs. Kyle, 6 attempts, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. Rhodes, 3 rushes for 23 yards. McDonald, 3 rushes for 26 yards. Lambert, 14 rushes for 93 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Christian Nelson, 3 rushes for negative 15 yards as he was downing the ball. Total for Metamora, 32 rushes for 321 yards and 4 touchdowns. Receiving, we have Bidney, catch for 20 yards and a score. Evan Kyle, 1 catch for 14 yards. Kendrick Shafrin, 2 catches for 20 yards. Cam Nickel, 1 catch for 21 yards and a touchdown. And Sam Bagol, 1 catch for 26 yards and a touchdown. So receiving total was 6 receptions for 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. 8 attempts, 6 completions, 101 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So total offense is 321 rushing yards, 101 passing yards, 422 total yards, and 7 touchdowns. 1 rushing for 25 yards and 17 passing attempts, 5 completions for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. Total offense of 125 yards. So what an effort by the Redbirds tonight. Just an absolute dominating performance. Nice job getting a lot of kids options to play. And, boy, we just look forward to seeing this team continue to take a step each week and, again, work towards the playoffs.
One. You can do it. 102. We're not gonna give up. We're never until we're strong and mighty and tough. These weights are gonna be heavy, like a heavy job. So you're gonna need to bring your muscles with you. Got it? Now let's get lifting some weights. Come on.
Welcome back to Malone Field. We're here with Metamora head coach Jared Redbird. Coach, wow, you got off to another quick start. You did score on the first play, but you only took, 3 plays to get into the end zone tonight?
And it was real nice to get off to another fast start, to set the tempo, and it's a good habit to get into, that's for sure. I thought the offense came out, set the tone again for the rest of the game, and we were able to get many individuals involved in many different ways, and so that's always nice to see. And then, to get some of those stops also and getting the offense back while they're in a groove, and letting them go down, keep going and keep eating. That was also nice.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought your offensive line again tonight dominated the line of scrimmage. They got guys into the secondary, both.
All right, buddy?
Yeah, choked me up there a little bit. Both Evan Powell and Jadon Cranford both had outstanding nights tonight, but they didn't get touched sometimes until they got into that second level.
Yeah, and again, a tribute to the offensive line. We said that last week. Some of those holes, you could put a Mack truck through sometimes, but that's a tribute to those guys up front and the work. And like we said earlier when we were talking last week, they're starting to gel and really come together. There's always details that you got to clean up, but when you can come out and put in a workmanlike effort like that, it's always great.
I thought your defense also tonight, outstanding effort tonight. You're right. They set your offense up so many times by giving. You started your own drives in Limestone territory.
Yeah, and that was nice. And we gave up contain a little bit as far as where we wanted to rush, and sometimes. I have a tendency to dwell on the negative, but the good thing is the pursuit was there tonight, and we had a lot of guys in a lot of red jerseys getting to the ball. You saw a lot of Redbird helmets around the ball carrier, and so getting those and having some sure tackles was nice to see.
Yeah, and I thought so too. I thought your offense, your defense, and your special teams tonight, outstanding effort tonight.
I mean, you saw Jadon, take the punt return,
yeah.
And that's just instant offense right there when you can take special teams and go down and score yourself.
That was exciting. He got that ball on a dead run, and, I don't know if he even got touched.
No, and part of that was because we had some good blocks in front of them. Some of that was because of his own little wiggle.
Yeah.
You saw that down there on another touchdown run. All of a sudden you think he stopped, and all of a sudden he makes one side cut, jump cut, and, all of a sudden he's off again.
Yeah. Coach, we'll let you get going here, but a very good effort tonight, I think, all the way around. Freshman got a big win for you. Varsity came out, played outstanding. Always tough to play a football game on days you don't have school.
Yeah, it's just different. And the kids, they've handled stuff real well. Last week it was homecoming.
Yeah.
This week, no school. And so we'll get back into the same old routine and hopefully keep carrying this momentum on.
Coach, we'll let you get going here, but that'll do it from Malone Field. Redbirds win 56-7. We'll see you next week at East Peoria.